Radiance Cinema is a really cool opportunity that allows for like hands-on learning about film from the acting perspective, to be able to like actually get camera acting experience in front of a camera while making a short film. So I feel like there's honestly no better way to learn rather than like doing it.
The opportunity to work on something that a lot of us are unfamiliar with at this point, and because it's a new thing for a lot of us, it's a way for us to collaborate and kind of learn those things all together. And there's so much that goes into a production and putting a short film together. To be learning and giving each other grace and experiencing it all together is a really beautiful thing.
The acting is definitely different from stage to screen. Theater acting is very like big, and you have to like really cater to the audience and like make sure that every single person sitting rows and rows back can see all of your massive facial expressions and hear your voice. But with film, it's been really interesting to like film things not in order sometimes. So like, you know, I'll film the last scene and then 2 weeks later we film the first scene. And so that's been really interesting to like wrap my brain around.
I think there's an intimacy and a rawness that I really like about film, and just the fact that you can't hide anything and you're putting everything out on the table.
One big thing I've been learning throughout this process is just really keeping the energy of the scene alive, even when you have to completely move equipment around just to get a different angle.
For the stage, at least for scenic design, it's a lot more preparation and like technical skills, because you have to think about how things are built, and also things don't have to be as detailed. But with film, things do have to be detailed, a lot more realistic, and it's less building sets and more like set dressing and props and things like that. You're kind of doing everything. So I did costumes and props and set dressing, the whole shebang.
To be able to actually learn about that like hands-on as a freshman has been amazing, because I feel like I'm getting like a jump start into the industry with that, and like actually knowing how it works and like, do I like this? And I do.
Just things that I wasn't totally aware of before just stepping into the experience itself.
This was the first time in my career at Ball State that I got to do something close to what I wanted to do and like film at all. So it was a really good experience for me.
It's been super fun to work with the media students. I think there's been some moments where like you can tell everyone is learning at the same time, you know, but like I am also learning and they're learning. And so
it's been good to like practice that dialogue that I will hopefully have with people behind the scenes in the future. And it's also good for them to learn how to, you know, talk to us and get what they want out of us.
I feel like I didn't know much about actual like terminology of filming, and so it's been really cool to get to like see how the equipment works and like how you use it and why you need to use a specific type of lens for a specific thing. I think like a lot of times the media students aren't exactly taught on how to communicate with actors, and so I think we've all like learned from each other on how to communicate and like what specific things we need from each other.
I think it was just helpful for them to kind of learn our processes and what we need to do, and to take a second before we start a take, and for them to just kind of learn the timing of what we need to get in character and what we need in the space to kind of just respect our space as actors and as people who are doing new things and doing intimacy or doing fight choreography and stuff like that just takes that focus and that precision and that commitment that it takes a second to get to. And we were able to learn a lot about them too in that process of like, these are things that the camera needs and these are things that we need, so how do we balance those things?
I think Radiance Cinema has really provided a nice like basis for my film knowledge and a nice just like start to something that I've said, like I've always said, like I want to do film and I want to do TV, but I didn't really ever have the opportunity to actually be in something like this. So just get to like actually try it out in like a classroom setting where it's not in the professional world, and I'm able to like experiment and I can make mistakes and like learn from the mistakes and just get coached on like exactly what to do. That has been super helpful, and I think it has just grown my love of film and TV and like my appreciation also for it.
And I think it'll give me a step above, you know, when I go out into the future.
This experience makes me a little bit more aware of how film production works, and it makes me want to like even branch out and get experience in some of the other areas other than just design. So I don't know, just I guess the curiosity of like, there's so many different positions and roles that you can do when making a film, and so it's just like, oh, that looks fun, I want to do that too.
I think I'm just excited to see where it'll be in 5-10 years. Seeing where Radiance will go will be fun, and knowing that I was a part of the start is also nice, so it's exciting.